1959. 5th of November 1959. What happens on the 5th of November every year? Bonfire Night. How unlucky is that to be born on Bonfire Night when every box of fireworks you've ever bought, on the lid it's got light at arm's length. I come from a big family. My granddad, he had 5 brothers. They all went to war. They all fought like hell, but they had to go in the end. I've got a sister. She's nothing special. She's just like me, overweight. I've got a twin brother. He's in Liverpool University. He's not studying anything, he's in a jar in the laboratory. I lost my mum in 2012, and the bond between me and my mum, I mean the bond between any mother and son, you know, would be strong, but because of the disability it was stronger still, and me and my mum, we were really close. We were like... and I lost my mum in 2012. She went on holiday to Turkey, never come home. Oh, thanks for laughing, she died at the breakfast table of a massive heart attack. And that was 6 years ago. 6 years ago, and you can imagine how I felt only 6 weeks ago when I found out that my mother originally wants to have me terminated. Apparently she went to a GP, she said, "Doctor, I'd like him terminated." He said, "It's a bit late now, Mrs. Skinner, he started junior school." My dad, he was horrible to me really. He was I suppose a reverse psychologist. He used to tell me I wouldn't make much of my life and I'd be crap at this and crap at that. I suppose he really tried to spare me on, but he came in handy the first day at school. I was there with my little costume on at the swimming baths, and the teacher went, "Right class, if anybody in here can swim, dive in and show me how far." I dived in and done 7 lengths. She said, "Skyner, out of the pool now. One thing we do not like in the school is show-offs, but it's highly commendable that a boy like you can swim that far. How did you learn to swim like that?" I said, "Oh, it was me dad, miss. He used to take me out to sea in a rowing boat. And I'd have to swim back." She said, "Oh, that must have been difficult for you." I said, "No, once you get out the sack, it was easy." Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Nicky Tomlinson. No, but my dad, you know, he told me I would never make anything of my life. And in 2004, my proudest moment, I passed my private pilot's licence and I keep it in my wallet, and I'm very proud of it. And when you go into America and you're going on a long haul flight, you don't normally, well, you always get some idiot having an heart attack and they're asking for a doctor or a nurse. But when you go to Benidorm, you don't normally get that crap. I'm going to Benidorm 6 years ago and I got the call I've waited for all my life. Boom boom! Ladies and gentlemen on board, has anybody got any flying experience at all? That'll do me! Boom. She's come down the aisle towards my light, and as she's got closer to me and seen what I look like, she leant across the seat and she whispered to me, she said, "Are you taking the mickey?" I said, "No, I passed my private pilot licence in 2004, I'm very proud of it, I keep it in my wallet, what can I do for you?" She said, "Well, keep it down, but the pilot and the co-pilot have collapsed. We think they've got food poisoning and we've got nobody to land the plane." I said, "Well, I'm your man, take me to the cockpit." So I've undone my seatbelt to go with her. And as I got out the seat, the fella sat next door to me for the whole of the flight has jumped up and grabbed the stewardess by the arm. And he said to her, "Just let me get this straight. You are going to let him land this?" She said, "Well, he's our only option, what's your objection?" He said, "I've had to put his milk and sugar in his coffee for the last 2 hours." Yeah, I did. I had a lot of conflict with my granddad, with my dad. My granddad was my real dad. Yeah, Albert, he was great, Albert. And when I die, I'd like to die just like my granddad did. Very peacefully in his sleep. Unlike his passengers shouting and screaming. Yeah. When I was at school, you know, I know like I'm overweight and stuff, but everyone used to think that my arms were just my only disability, but I actually got diagnosed at a very early age as having a lazy eye. And my mum said it's incredible how quickly it spread to the rest of his body. But as you can tell, if you've got good eyesight, that I am a disabled person, you might have noticed. And going through life, there's been a number of famous disabled people. Shout out some famous disabled people.
Danny Scarner.
Yeah, not me, I know. Toulouse-Lautrec, Ricky, Toulouse-Lautrec. John Merrick, he was the Elephant Man.
Quasimodo.
Quasimodo. There really is only one top man, Quasimodo. And as you know, Quasi died. And the day after Quasi died, there was a knock on the cathedral door. And the Monsignor opened the door. And stood in the doorway at Notre Dame was a very ugly, armless man. No relation. And the Monsignor said, "Yes, can I help you?"
Sounds like Peter Sellers.
He said, "I have heard of the death of Quasi, and I want to take Quasi's place and ring the bell here at Notre Dame." The Monsignor said, "Well, I don't mean to be funny, but how can you ring the bell at Notre Dame when you don't have any arms?" He said, "You might have noticed that I am very ugly, and therefore I have a very good knack of ringing the bell with my face." The Monsignor said, "Well, from a health and safety point of view, I don't think it is a good thing that you should ring the bell with your face. But from an equal opportunity point of view, I think I should give you a chance. Show me how you would ring the bell." Hey, he got the bell in his teeth and he launched it. And the bell, every time the bell come back, he caught it with his forehead. Dong, dong, dong. Every time he caught it spot on. Dong, dong. The Monsignor said, "You have proven without doubt that you are most competent. Stop immediately." Hey, he was made up. Dong, dong, dong. He'd only been on the job 2 minutes. Two fellas walked past his mates, waved to him. He let on to them. The bell went behind him, smacked him on the back of the head. He's come right off the scaffold and splat dead. Two priests walking past. One went, "Do you know him?" I said, "No, I don't know him. But his face rings a bell." Hang on. Hang on. The next day, there was another knock on the door. Another fellow stood there. The Monsignor said, "Yes, can I help you?" He said, "Yes, I am the brother of the ugly, armless bell ringer who died so tragically yesterday. And I want to take my brother's place." The Monsignor said, "That is the most